Hello and welcome to Roulette Rivals World Championships 2025. We have a round one winners bracket game of the KO stage here between Kenny and Skylar, kicking things off on Whistleton Creek, picked by Kenny. The first time he's picked Whistleton Creek in RR history, and he's been around for a long time, so I was quite surprised at that fact. Um, this is, oh God, this is the fourth time Wilson's been picked against Skylar. On the previous three occasions, he has lost all three. So three of them losses have come from picks against him, the other two from RNG. But his one win was against Scruffy. So, you know, if you beat Scruffy on a map, you're going to be all right at it. So he definitely knows what he's doing. And especially with the pre-plan there, both with the Seeker and Genesis Kitchen, a pistol, and I'm sure there'll be a crowbar added for Skylar. That'd be the one improvement I'd like to see, but not much time, and the spin is here, and it is Janus injected poison as the construction worker, and Nolan casts the letter opener as the Arcing robe. Their openers are a bit of an awkward melee in terms of where it is, but made nicer by the fact that there's Arcing robes as well. I imagine we'll just see construction worker start here, which we do see from both, and a rush onto Janus. Get that kill done nice and early, and hopefully, I don't think you can make Parker Messick with the Arcing robes and the letter opener. So it might just be a garage Nolan, or a Metakim to the bird bath. Unless we do see a very quick Janus kill, which is definitely on the cards here. Not looking likely from Skylar at least. Kenny with some distraction shots might be looking to do it here. Sky climbs into the kitchen. Kenny will also climb to the kitchen, so sold me a fake dream with them distraction shots. But Sky's the first in. Both knocking out the bodyguard in the kitchen. Skylar with a little drag. Kenny also dragging him. Skylar now on his way to get the first clue. The photo of the Ark Society. I'm pretty sure is what it's of. Impact there to turn the guard around, and we'll Seeker the cam box. That's certainly a new one. Turns around the bodyguard and will KO him, shooting the cans, and both having the first clue and waiting for Janus. Skylar with a slight in-game time lead, which if he can maintain the whole time will definitely be handy for him. And both players are waiting in the kitchen, waiting for Janus and Gunther to come downstairs to go and kill. So very similar starts from both players here. I think it's expected. Most of the time I built some Greek. Note the in-game time differences, but how much quicker Gunther is on Kenny. What, 7 odd seconds behind and getting the KO at roughly the same time, and the jab at the same time. So James will be dead and dragging from both players to avoid him from being spotted by the Roman guard upstairs. Both swapping into Gunther. Also to go grab the Arcing robes and the letter opener.
We are close now, 47.
Both players on the way up to get the Arcing robes. I think Parkometic timing's just about gone. I think they will make it to that, so we'll have a slightly longer Nolan kill, you'd imagine, but by the time you actually get down from the letter opener and the Arcing robes, I don't think it'll make much difference. There's a slight difference. Kenny opting to get the robes first, swap into the letter opener and climbing out the window. Skylar opting to go for the letter opener first. Kenny will have a slight lead now, you'd imagine, given where they are. Won't be massive, I mean, roughly in the same spot. But Skylar with a slight in-game time advantage, you'd then favour, because it'd have a quicker Nolan, who is walking away from the opportunity to Parkometic. So I'd imagine we'll see the final two clues, the lawsuit and the cigar box, before Emetic onto Nolan. Perhaps. Is what we will see. Or we could see a risky early Emetic to get him into the Wilson property, but that's rogue, and hopefully we'll see that. Skylar dropping an item there just to delay Nolan slightly to give him a little bit more time to get these two clues here. Kenny just running straight into Batty's back garden. Looking back to Nolan there, he could very easily just grab one clue here, the lawsuit, and then go nomadic. Nolan, he feels like he's going to miss the time, but if he does, it's not a long wait for him to walk into the garage, but both players here very close. Both Kerr and Batty having the lawsuit clue. Skylar opting to Messick Nolan first before getting the cigar box. Kenny just getting the cigar box first, and we'll deal with Nolan afterwards. Seeker, which he'll use onto Nolan, misses the first dart and does land the second, so we'll have Nolan come to the bird bath shortly, and we'll in the meantime get the final clue. Kenny still has Nolan here, so we'll now Seeker him. Also misses his first dart, so a nice trend from both. No, he didn't miss the first dart. I just can't see. So Kenny's going to have the Nolan kill shortly, but Skylar's going to get it first here, so a big lead in terms of a few seconds for Skylar, but it's big enough, and will be running to the exit first. Has that final clue, which he got while he was waiting for Nolan, so that seemed to have paid off. Kenny 10 or 15 seconds behind, so he'll take a different way out. The exit not going through the creek, gets a bit stuck on the door there, but Skylar with the finish coming through. 5:27 RTA. The time is ticking for Kenny. Both players only loading in once, so I think it is gone for Kenny. Slightly longer in game time as well. 12 seconds, 11 seconds difference in the RTAs, but should be a Skylar win on our first map here, Littleton Creek. First time Skylar would have won with some pick against him on the 4th attempt after losing to Mika Virgin channel joined. It will be his first and second win in total on Wilton. Kenny's record now going through 3 wins, 3 losses. I would imagine we potentially see a wave here by Kenny. It was one load from both, and I just think it's unrealistic you win that. Mika did, yeah, you did. You picked Wilton against Skylar. That rogue pick. Back in RR17, literally last tournament, man. It's your PB. Explosion accident, Cassie bodyguard for Janus, and Hatchet Gunther for Nolan. He did it in 6:19. Yeah, it should be a quick photo finish. It was actually 12-second difference. Rounded, at least. I'm sure we'll see confirmation shortly of this. Should be either win unless it is, yeah. And the message in admin chat definitely does confirm my suspicions. Sure we'll see the result come through shortly. As Afro's typing out the message in the matchup chat and sends it, does actually wave it, and that 3-second load, as we've seen, isn't enough, and the map win's been awarded to Kenny, which is quickly reversed and given to Skylar instead, and we all see Berlin as Skylar's pick. It was quite a common map for both these players in the group stage. Skylar played it 3 times in the groups, and Kenny twice. Of course, Kenny finished second in Group H, finishing below Throat and above Nezuko, so you can imagine where that Nezuko, one of the Berlin players came from. Was a loss to Nez, albeit in 24-21 RTA, which seemed to be quite a theme for Nezuko in the group stage. Try and hit too hard on Berlin, but you know, definitely gave Kenny the chance to win a Berlin if you're doing it in 25 RTA. So you know, potentially a good pick here for Kenny. He did win it against Alex Hiller, also in the group stage, but I think it's just map Skylar feels more comfortable on as a whole. Played it plenty of times in the group stage. He beat I Like Hitman and Yanini on the map, so clearly knows what he's doing to beat them two prolific players. Did lose to Channel Raider though. I know Berlin was about that Channel was practicing a lot of and getting better on, and watching him in the group stage, he was knowledgeable and good on Berlin. Kenny with the better record again, another map with a 3-2 record. Skylar will be looking to make it 3-3 again, but the PB's there. I mean, a whole 2.5 minute quicker by Skylar is really big in terms of Berlin, and that's definitely a PB that can come down given the right spin. And Skylar is the type of player that I believe at least can get it down. I mean, he didn't lose a single game of the group stage. Did end up finishing third, but won all but one of his games 4-2. I think he did sweep one game, which would have been Umadu. No, that the wrong group. I'm not too sure, but yeah, definitely had the opportunity. It's one of the two maps that we've had seen the record broken on. Zuko does have the record on Berlin again. 4:25 with a loud sniper rifle, club crew, explosion accident, delivery guy, pistol roll, concealable knife, club security, SMG, DJ. So just a really like basic spin across loud sniper rifle. Isn't overly basic, but you know, a spin like that fits very easily into a pre-plan as such. You know, your pistol and whatnot. No Florida man, so you're not capped by that Florida man time limit 3:40 or whenever it is, unless you go for a different grab. That is, of course, starting DJ or whatever, which I think this guy's a fan of. I'm not too sure, but we'll see given the spin what the players go to do. I think I'm a big fan of DJ and Club Crew start. I think they can get most, excluding suit spins, of course, can get most of the spins done in a reasonable time. But yeah, hopefully you see something nice and quick. I think there's nothing more satisfying in roulette than a 4 or 5 minute Berlin. I think it's just satisfying just watching people just go through a clean Berlin, wiping out targets left, right, and centre. I think it's great seeing how clean and they manage it as such. So hopefully have a quick Berlin, but then also a long Berlin's also entertaining. See if it chips players up and whatever. And we will have injected poison as the dealer for Agent 1. An object in the suit for Agent 2. Fire. Technician for Agent 3. Combat knife crew for Agent 4. And remote explosive weapon as the bartender for the Agent 5. So we will have to see the combat knife ball in unless players start bus stop, which I wouldn't imagine they will. Quite a nice suit kill. I'm sure we'll see the bricks dropped onto Davenport at around 47 seconds. Other than that, it's an alright spin. Any worse spins out there, but definitely easier ones. I think the fire middle kill there is the one that's going to trip players up if it's going to be anything. But I imagine the cancel will be bought, given that it's technician and a downstairs skies, and do see Skylar bring it in. I did miss Nice plan. Both players bring in the breacher, it looks like, as well. So not going to go for a loud explosive kill, which we do see a lot of on Berlin with Low and Fall and Chamberlain carrying loud bombs, but most of the time, if you have the space for it, it's not like you need a crowbar on Berlin or you need a Durian for the Florida man. You have the loadout space to do it. You might as well do it silenced rather than a loud bomb going off. So yeah, both players knocking out green here. We'll be dropping the bricks very shortly, and Kenny did catch a glimpse of an oil canister, so did actually tabs out to check the spin, I imagine. It always scares me watching Kenny, thinking he's crashing. He's going to banner up. Imagine he'll do the fire kill on. So might be looking at 4 up, 1 down here. If you're Kenny, Skylar also getting the fallen object still there. will be doing the kill up here. Of course, it will make a bit of a noise, so I don't know if anyone will investigate this. I would like to have seen it dealt with as banners coming up stairs, just to mitigate any risk of someone coming up. A pause here from Skylar, but he is getting the free club crew, so he's eyeing up that Agent 4 kill next. We did see the oil canister downstairs with him, stashed in the boiler room, so he will be doing that. He will be doing banner down, I imagine. And is going to try and get a kill onto Swan here as Kenny knocks out Ems. And Skylar's caught by Swan there, trying to quickly get that Agent 4 kill, but Kenny now with his second kill, that fire kill, just to check he's doing the spin correctly, and he is. There's a correct kill there. And will start making his way down. I don't think that was heard by anyone. Of course, loud kills are heard up there, but no one routes up there. So what allows that happened? See now what Kenny's looking to do is going to throw Law Swan here, I imagine. Not overly sure. I don't know. He's getting the delivery guy. I don't know if that's intentional or not. I'd like to have seen Agent 4 kill done on Swan and Agent 5 kill being done on Thames, given that Thames has the club crew disguise. So, you know, it would make sense to do it that way around, but you've got Lone Force so close by. Doesn't really make a difference. As Skylar once again gets that Agent 2 kill down, and we'll be looking to get the free club crew once again. Kenny shoots the car. No, he will opt to distract Thames rather than setting the alarm off on the car. Skylar's dashing it to Swan once again. A bit lost here in the back rooms, it seems, but his routing around 9 is going to try and get a quick kill onto Swan. Does get the kill, and he does fall into the river, so gets that kill done nicely. This time, of course, was where he ripped the previous attempt. Swan turned around. He was a bit too late. Has the breach and charge down onto green as well, so 3 kills down for Skylar. Now he's going to look to go downstairs. He's done all he has to do upstairs. Now he's got 2 downstairs kills left. The injector's the dealer and fire as technician, which can line up so nicely if you bring Banner down, get the dealer in the meantime, and catch it nicely with Chamberlain timing at 3:20. Yeah, Skylar's coming along really nicely here. Got a really nice route going on. Looks like he's going to deal with Monty as well. Just to avoid anything. I mean, can't jab Banner as he comes down, of course, because he won't have the technician disguise unless he grabs it. Oh, he won't have the injected poison. Sorry, he didn't bring it in, so he's gonna grab the one off. Banner swaps back into his bartender disguise and is going to bring Banner down. And he making his way to a bartender disguise, I'd imagine. Same routing as he did last time, but on his first attempt, actually, I apologise for that. Swaps into the bartender. I imagine he's got the breach set up. I spent a bit of time watching Skylar. Does have the breach set up and does get the kill onto what I imagine is Thames, given that it's a naked body. Back into the biker disguise now, so he's gonna try and look to perhaps go downstairs at this point. Does just need the one more kill, actually. I think. Yeah, Kenny got the seedable, the combat knife club crew. I missed that, unfortunately. Skylar there with a nice little grab onto the dealer. He's gonna pop up and get to Thames here. Needs to knock him out for his injected poison, and the timing's so nice with Chamberlain just going to the security room. So Kenny's got an extra kill here, but I do think with Skylar's routing, he definitely has the quicker strat here. And he's going to look to get a jab onto Chamberlain and knock out these 2 guards and get a jab onto him. He's going to just wait for him to move, I imagine. actually just picks up everything from Banner. Did miss the syringe on the when he knocked out Banner. So he's gonna have to be quick here. Chamberlain's gonna stop, but he's gonna throw an item anyways. A lot of whoosh. Somehow Montgomery's body's not seen there, but Chamberlain's gonna come investigate the whoosh. We'll see Montgomery's body as a result. Might cause a little bit of panic in the security room, but I don't think anything will be said. Yeah, lots of whoosh once again. But he's gonna loop round. He did pick up the key card, so can approach from the other side, but could be Monty getting woken up here. But Kenny, also with Montgomery in the security room and the D disguise, kind of in a bit of a pickle here. Anticipating that Chamberlain wouldn't stop and throwing the crowbar as a result, but now Monty's being woken up. This could be quite dangerous for Skylar here, but if he's just patient, he can hold it out. Kenny, however, with a distraction onto Monty, might be getting this kill soon. Of course, we have to deal with his guard. Monty's taken ages on Skylar's end to get woken up. Good thing about this is that Monty had his disguise taken, so he's gonna have to run away and get another disguise. Might go into a little bit of a panic first. Kenny's in combat with Monty, so he won't be able to get this poison kill off. So it's just gonna knock him out. He's gonna have to deal with a DJ coming around here, which could be very dangerous. Has no pistol, so he's gonna have to try and drop some form of item. Is going to, but crime noticed from that female technician there, and it is a rip. Skylar now having Thames' body found, but very close to being found. And he's crashed. Shocker on Berlin. But Skylar now is going to try and get the inject onto Montgomery. Is going to have to still kill Chamberlain, however. So I'd like to see him isolate Chamberlain first before killing Thames, before he runs off, and that looks like what he is going to do. I mean, could even just do the fire kill onto Chamberlain. But he is running away. He's got to throw a distraction here, but it is a lot of whoosh from Chamberlain anyway, so it might work out nicely for him in the end, and he does come into the security room. That's actually worked out really well for Skylar. Of course, you can kill agents in any way after you've done the first 5 kills, and actually might just do the fire kill onto Chamberlain now to get his green guns back, dragging him into this side room here, which is soundproof if you carry the 2 security guards in the room, and we'll be fine. If you don't, just do this fire kill. Of course, makes a bit of noise, but won't be heard. If it is heard, it's an accident kill anyways, so no worries as such. Just if the body does get found, drops the oil canister, we'll shoot it and get the fire kill. Not heard. His green guns do return as he sneaks around, and we'll be running to an exit. Of course, with a Kenny crash, will be an extended third finish window, but Kenny's not going to do this spin in 3 minutes. He's not getting free 20 in-game time on the spin, so should just be out in 10:27. Adds to his Berlin wins from this tournament now. 3 wins against Kenny. I like him, Yanini, and is showing a really good, playing really strongly, showing a really good showing here. His first game of the KO stage. Yeah, we do see the confirmation come through, and Bangkok will be the first RNG map. Essentially 4 in total. Are on match point though, so how things are going? It's looking likely that this may be the only one, but strange things have certainly happened. Playing roulette and the reverse sweep in the first 6 is never ever off the cards. It's a map that, once again, I think the stats are going to favour Kenny on. I'm not overly sure of the RNG map, so you can't actually look at what they're like before. Skylar is 2 wins and 4 losses. I think at first glance, quickly looking through RR stats, Kenny 5 wins, 4 losses. Has won 4 out of his previous 5 Bangkoks. And yeah, we do see that. Records come through both with 4 losses. But Kenny with a much more favourable PB, especially 436, is I think very good for Bangkok. You're looking at 4, 330 any time with that. So pretty much should be a standard Bangkok in the current day with Jordan Peekaboo, Bugman, and whatever. But I won't imagine we'll be seeing a woke shot from these players. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised if perhaps we saw kinetic. I think we might see that. If we do see that, it will be from SkyL's side. Obviously, a newer player than Kenny. I think there's a bit more knowledge of the newer strats than what Kenny does. And we'll be looking to get this sweep here and the game 6-0. Of course, what we've had 5 co-stages so far. 3 of them have been sweeps. We've had a 6-4 in a 6-2 in Reaper vs Luke. What, 10 hours ago? And a 6-4 in what was the game yesterday night? One of the games last night was a 6-4. One of them was, but that's not the point here. We should be focusing on this Bangkok. Kenny's got a very good record on it recently. He's won 4 out of his previous 5. The wins coming against TK, Omni, Thishman, and Rune, who, albeit that was in 2022, a long time ago. Bangkok has changed drastically since then. I think. His loss was also against Thishman in a double Bangkok back in RR13. So he's won it twice. It's the 2 times he's played it. This year, Skylar's the opposite. He's lost 4 of the previous 5 times he's played it, but the games come against Gregory, Yanini, Alf, and Channel joined. The losses have the win came against 5 for you. So he's had it a bit hard on Bangkok recently with who's he been playing against. All very, very good players he's won against, and another good player in Flyview that he's has won against. So definitely has capabilities to win it, of course. And the stats do favour Kenny, but they have been, you'd argue, on the previous 2 maps, and Skies are very comfortable. Take the 4-0 lead, and he'll be looking to make it 6-0 and go through to round 2 here. And yeah, the spin is here, and it will be Jordan Fool as Hotel Security and Loud Shotgun Kitchen Staff for Ken. So very straightforward. Jordan kill would just be security start and peekaboo, I'd imagine. Kitchen staff you can grab in the recording area, of course, or downstairs. And loud Ken is never an issue. Just making sure you're aware of anyone that comes or routes into the bathroom. You shouldn't have to worry about the kitchen staff, given the in-game time at least. You just have to worry about I don't know the NPC's name, but the bloke that comes into the stall 1 all the time. Guy looking for a way to shoot the cam box there. The door would have been open around now, so if he had Wade, would have had a nice shot just to clear cams early and not have to worry about them at all. But I think once you pass this initial bit, getting up to Jordan, if you don't get caught by cams, you shouldn't really be getting caught after that. Of course, getting back down maybe, but not rushing to go up to get to the Jordan. You can wait a second for the cameras to move. And both players, nearly identical gameplay. They will both be getting the peekaboo. Jordan here, waiting for the recording crew. Move out the way before aiming the gun at Jordan again. A massive. And that's the crowbar. Will be getting them. While Skyler's waiting for Jordan, and he's using that time to go get a stash, which would be the loud shotgun. I imagine it will just be a pocket one, sort of Bartoli, and it is. Skyler now also going around to get his stash. So You're looking for a dump prompt. Finally does get one. There is a very frustrating blend-in prompt as well, which I've pressed plenty of times, especially after doing Loud Jordan, which is gone down really well when you go to dump a body after shooting him with with a loud gun, just to blend in and be inevitably caught. Kenny now going down the pipe all the way. And will make his way towards Ken. Is in the lead? No, Kenny slightly behind Skylar, who missed Dash second after killing Jordan, but he's not barely. I mean, to call this the lead is a piss take, really. They're at the same point. Yeah, a little bit of whoosh from the hotel director on Kenny's end, and Skylar's going to look to a medic Ken first, and so is Kenny. I'd imagine a big walk for Ken, so can go get your stuff in the meantime. Kenny, I think Emetic's all three. Otis, Ken, and the NPC has a chat to. Skylar just getting Ken and Otis. We're going to the freezer here, or the bridge area to get kitchen stuff. Has a bleg, which makes this ever so nicely, and pulls out his stored off shotgun as well. So is getting the kitchen stuff in the meantime. So it's optimizing this Ken kill. You'd argue, and while he's waiting for Kenny, however, opting to knock out the pisser in the meantime, and then we'll get kitchen staff afterwards, I would imagine. But with the timing, the pisser should be leaving shortly, and is actually, or was preparing to leave, or at least wash his hands. And this is going to be dangerous for Skylar. Otis is quickly approaching, is going to opt to not drag him, which is the right decision in the end. I mean, Ken is far behind Otis, it looks like, so can subdue Otis and wait for Ken, who's gone into the bathroom for Kenny and has been code after Otis. I would assume Skylar does get the drag here, and it is a massive lead here for Skylar. Has the shotgun there. He's gonna have to wait for the kitchen staff. This is a bit awkward for Skylar though. Ken has seen the bodies, and the kitchen staff would do too. Ken does end up locking down. He has gone red. This is going to be an impressive save if he does, but the panicked kitchen staff as well, I'd imagine, would have seen the bodies through the mirror. Sky doesn't know if he's read to that. He only knows that he's definitely read to Ken. But this could be a long way, but and he gets the kill in the meantime. He does get the kitchen staff that roams in. They all start really nicely. Kenny will be taking Bangkok. No worries of them bodies being found. Dealing with both the kitchen staff and the pisser, so no worries in that regard. And we'll be putting the map back here, and we'll see a second RNG map. And it gets a bit interesting now. Getting a bit of momentum going to the other RNG map, and you know, cheeky decider is always nice to have on the cards. And second RNG map will be Chongqing. It feels like these sorts of map are always in the RNG. Like watching Zuko Houghton, which was the 6-4 yesterday. I'm sure China was an RNG map, and the sort of maps that never picks and banned seem to come up plenty of times, of course. And it's for the first time, I think, in this matchup, it's a map that heavily favours Skylar. One win in 14 minutes. Okay, he did come this RR against Vejabi. Was assault rifle technician, a loud SMG facility engineer, NTKO for Imogen, which is a bitch of a kill. It's horrible. Came in a 6-0 win, but it was his first time playing China since RRWC 22. He played twice in RR7, losing to Nort and played twice in RR8, losing to myself and Fanium. Then lost in 2022 to a story. Didn't play it, then picked it against Big V in the group stage in Group H. Did win it, which was his one win. And that RTA is so understandable with loud alive imaging. It is horrible of a kill to get right if you don't know the right methods. Skylar, however, perfect on China, wins against Hausen, Yanini, Soviet, and Channel. 3 of them coming this year in RR16, 17, and in the group stage. He being of 516 as well, very respectable for China, you'd imagine. That did come in RR16. Yeah, it did. It was Hush for Researcher and Tanto Street Guard for Imaging. So a straightforward spin, really, for China standards, of course, with the Tanto being in the what's it called? Hush, the not therapy room, whatever the room that he always moans about. The already, yeah, that room. Both players pre-plan the Kruger, so it would appear that they do know two drone. Of course, you can't do two drone with a baller. The pistol is too loud. You need to have a Kruger to do it in. Identical pre-plans, other than the fact that the Bleg and the crowbar in different slots. They've got the Palmer 1 drone. They've got the same tank pre-planned. I mean, it's just beautiful to see, really, isn't it? It's just a shame that the Bleg and the crowbar swapped around, but I do ignore that and get into the spin, which is Hush, Explosion, Accident, Suit, Imaging, Cleaver, Facility Guard, no target pacification. So definitely a trickier spin here for China standards. Do see a balcony swap, which makes sense with the propane. I think this is one of the few spins, suit spins that you see balcony. I think personally, I'd much prefer which start if you have guard on 4 can spin or the explosion accident or propane, or perhaps even scissors. Looking to start here. Kenny with a triple shot. What's the block? Guards there. They don't have to bother climbing up the pipe. We do see SkyL3R actually start Westbridge. Is he two droning? He was shaping up to it look like, which I don't mind actually one bit really. It puts Hush near a gas canister and sends Imogen up. You know, you can easily get behind get a guard and the cleaver from the restaurant kitchen. Kenny though, bleed here. That's the propane. I think actually explosion accident's a really awkward kill for Hush. All things considered. You know, it's loud and there's no real soundproof place. It feels like up here for Hush. You feel like you just gotta throw it and I hope you only kill him. The research being there though is a bit annoying, and yeah, look, that's really good for Kenny. I like that a lot. Peekaboo and Hush outside dropping the propane. I really like that from Kenny. There's loads of bush, but waits for Hush to get close, and will. And it does get crime notice and combat. It's like a crazy extended illegal. I think might have been from Mogwai. Miss it. It did of course lock down Hush. Could have been that. I missed it, but given that this guy's a minute in and is in the restaurant kitchen, it would appear that he's a Suit 2 drone, which I'm a big fan of from SkyL3R. If I do see Explosion Accident, I am looking to 2 drone most of the time. I'm a big fan of this. Bit of buffer, however. Can someone truly say? I imagine that, yeah, he did Suit 2 drone, given the reaction from chat. So even if Kenny hadn't ripped, I would have imagined that it's a lot quicker to 2 drone here. You get behind Imogen, then you can quite nicely get up and kill Hush. So simply, it's just a little bit of a wait here for Imogen, but it's fine with 2 drone. Her guard's always a little bit further behind her than what he normally is, but that's fine. It will be a quick Imogen kill shortly for SkyL3R. We then go up to deal with Hush. I like this though from Kenny. I think this has got real potential, especially if you shoot a drone around now. Gets its green guns back and head straight down to the restaurant. You can get behind Imogen nicely as well. So I think actually the 2 shots would be close. If both are done first time, of course, the rip from Kenny means that SkyL3R's got a slight in-game time lead of around what 40 seconds, 45 seconds, which is big for China, very big. But yeah, SkyL3R's back in the Suit here. I think 2 drone was always going to be quicker from Suit. Of course, I don't think he's have a bomb, so you have to go up and shoot the gas canister manually. But again, I imagine would be quicker than what Kenny was looking to do. anyways, but I don't think it'd be too far off. Kenny with a double shot onto Dumplin's Cooks there, I imagine, to get one of their disguises. And it will be, that's really nice from Kenny, but SkyL does get the hush kill. Suit 2 drone here was a cracking idea. It really was. It wasn't even my first thought, to be fair, but seeing SkyL do it makes complete and total sense given where that Kenny is now. He's got what? This guy's got exit like 325. He's got a minute to get the cleaver and kill Imogen and get to an exit here. Hasn't even shot a drone yet, so he's gonna be waiting a long time for Imogen. Sky does exit motorbike in 4:26. Oh, so yeah, new personal best there for Skyler as well. And we'll take China, extending his record to 5 wins and 0 losses, and it will be a map win and match win for Skylar. Big, big runs indeed. Yeah, we do see 30 seconds window is up. So the win is awarded to Skylar. Slight fight back from Kenny there after that win from Bangkok, but 2 drone there was unbelievable for Skylar and does take a 6-2 win. Yeah, GG's, Ron, whatever you have to say. And do another win for the 3rd seed as we'll look at the brackets here. And the KO stage. I've got my glasses on to read this. Skylar goes through to play, I think they're the bottom game, right at the bottom of the bracket. And yeah, they are, and they'll play the winner of Infant versus Channel Joins. Kenny will go down to the losers bracket, and or the lower bracket, and we'll play the loser of Infant versus Channel Joins. So it's really nice that you can work out with your Ben and the LB. You don't have to like mirror sheet. You can just see who the winner will play, and just think, oh, I'm playing the loser that match. So yeah, tough match for both Skylar and Kenny. Infant and Channel Joins both very good players. So whoever they get in the winners or lower bracket, certainly gonna have their time cut out for them. But it'll be a cracking game regardless. Upcoming matches, we have 10 today, I think. 11 out of the 16 are being played today. And we've got the first coming in 3 hours. The Time Cube versus Iggs, which is casted by CodenameKenny on Sapienza and Dartmoor. Wow, what a pick. Include Quat versus I Like, Infant versus Channel, Afro versus myself, Yanini versus Alf, Throat versus Chris, Ducker versus Magic Dave. Most of them all an hour apart, nice and spread out. There's 2 double headers, I think, tonight. After Ducker versus Magic Dave, we still have Mika versus Blythe, Apecope versus Mr. Mike, and Crescent versus Peter Dutton or Duttykins to end out the evening. Games every hour from 7 p.m. Europe time onwards. So a busy roulette evening full of round 1 exciting matches. And yeah, that is all. Big thanks to Afro for admin and setting up a PC for me to cast on. Very much appreciated. And yeah, that's all from me. See everyone later for more roulette. Bye bye.